Hello friends, welcome back to our little coffee club. Today I'm gonna pull the shot of espresso that I wanted to pull last time on the last video and I didn't get around to. So I have the strawberry coffee here from Good Brothers, and today we're gonna try to dial this in to get like one of those long extractions that I like. I'm gonna try to do one of those layer shots on it to see how it turns out. I wanna do like a 30-second pre-infusion with 30 seconds at 9 bars and see if I can get rid of some of the acidity. This coffee does have quite a bit of acidity. I'm gonna try to bring out a little bit of that hoppiness that I told you guys about, that kind of like hops flavor that I got as when I did the pour over and I ground it really fine. I did that brew, I didn't mention it, but I did that brew on the April brewer. So that's why it was still kind of like a fast brew time. But today I'm gonna try to brew it as espresso and see what we get as like one of those layer shots. See if I can get that hops flavor along with some extra sweetness. So yeah, that's what we're gonna try to do. We're gonna try to pull that shot of espresso and see how it goes. Let's go to the other counter and pull a shot. Okay, so let's see if we can get some more sweetness out of this coffee. Let's try to do one of those layer shots. The last time that we pulled an espresso with it, we did like a different thing, completely different method than what I normally do. And it elevated like the brightness in the coffee. Yes, true, but also a lot of acidity came in. I think I can get this coffee sweeter and maybe cut some of the acidity. I think I might like it better, but we'll see, maybe not. So the last time we pulled a shot with it, we did we were supposed to blast the puck with 9 bars, and I think we went all the way to like 10, and like kind of overshot it. But then I quickly brought it down to the 6 bars. That's where I was supposed to be at, and pull like a 6-bar shot. And the shot's supposed to pull in about 30 seconds, and I hit that pretty much right on the spot. So today we're grinding on the niche duo. I'm gonna have to go below 0 because and I knew that this was gonna happen in order to get the coffee fine enough to do the kind of extraction I wanna do right now. I think we're like 2 or 3 notches below 0. Let me see if I can show you guys. Okay, so here you see, so here you see that like the 0 point, right? But I'm gonna have to go below 0, and in order for me to like really see it well, I think you guys could see it in this angle. You could see it, let me see. Yeah, you could see it pretty well there. I'll check it now, but we're gonna be somewhere like that. So the problem with that is that when you are below 0 like that, there's no more markings, so you can't be too careful as to what your setting is. So yeah, that's what's going on. So we're definitely gonna have to calibrate the dual. I'm gonna have to calibrate it, no doubt about it. So maybe that'll be another video where I show you guys how to calibrate this thing. It's a little bit more, it's not really complicated, but it's definitely more involved than on the 0. The 0 is really easy. So I'm gonna set it by eye, kind of like 2 notches below the 0. You see the 2 there? I'm gonna be like that length from 0, but on the other side. So let me try to set that up. And give me a second. Okay, so I just took a look, and definitely we're about 2 notches below 0. So pretty soon we'll do a video as to calibrating the niche duo. For now, let's roll with that and see what we can do with it. Something else I wanted to report back with you guys on is the fact that, the little spout extension, Carrie, just so you know, the little spout extension does not fit the niche duo. So you can't use the same one. I wonder if they'll bring one out, Crema Products will bring one out for the duo, because, I mean, you can, maybe I should show you guys that. All right, let me see if I can show you guys this. But this little spout extension that Carrie sent me, if you remove it, you just slip it out. and you try to put it on the duo, it will go on. Okay, you could theoretically you could use it. It just doesn't look like a clean, nice, neat fit. You could see there's a huge gap there, right? It doesn't go all the way up. It hits in the back and not in the front. So the spout shape must be a little bit different, the angle, because on here, when you push it in, it goes flush all the way. You can see all the way around is flush. So obviously that's a nice, neater, more precise fit than you can get on here. So, you know, theoretically you could use it, but it just doesn't look neat and like a perfect fit. All right, so that's what I meant. Okay, so let's get the scale so we can dose out our 18 grams. Okay, here we go. Okay, we went just one bean over. Okay, we're gonna stay between 17.9 and 18. If I put another bean, we'll be over. So we're gonna roll with that. So we're between 17.9 and 18. Let's see what we get out of the duo. Again, showing you guys the top view makes no sense because you can't see anything. The beans just go all the way in there. Okay, so again, like 2 notches below 0. Okay, again, there at the end, I don't know if you guys could tell, but it's kind of like wobbles around a little bit, it shakes. It's going like really, really fast. When the 0 is so nice and quiet, I mean, you can barely hear that thing. I mean, wow. It's just, you know, I gotta say the 0, man, it's more enjoyable. It's way more enjoyable. And this thing always makes, you see the flakes every time. Every time there's little flakes everywhere. So yeah, that's my experience so far. And as far as the espresso, you can't taste any difference. I'm sorry guys, but by now I have done enough testing, you know, with the espresso that there's no difference in taste. And I was kind of vindicated by James Hoffmann. If you haven't seen that video when he reviewed the Duo recently, he says that there's no difference. So listen, I did my review before James did his, okay? That video was not out. And I said, listen, I can't taste any difference. And I was kind of vindicated. If an expert like James Hoffmann cannot taste the difference, okay, maybe there's somebody out there where, you know, like crazy taste buds, like way out there, you know, like you're like the 0.01% of the human race, and you know, and maybe I'm sure there's somebody in the world that would be able to taste a difference. There's got to be someone, but that someone is not me, and I can almost assure you that it's probably not most of you guys. So there could be somebody, but I don't know. So far, we'll see when we do pour over. I cannot wait to do the pour over test. Okay, where we will taste the difference in pour over as to the Duo and the 0, and see if then maybe I can taste a difference, because the brew burrs are different than these. And James Hoffmann said that with the brew burrs, there was a difference. So maybe he'll be able to taste it. I doubt it. I'll be able to taste anything, even in pour over. So, but we'll see. I don't know yet. Give me time. Okay, so by now the scale timed out because I was talking to you guys and showing you all this stuff, but it's okay. We'll weigh it in the portafilter as we normally do when this happens. Let me fluff it up. Again, we haven't had any channeling problems. Everything's been under control. Hopefully today that remains like that. Now this coffee, it is like a medium roast, and perhaps doing this long shot, I should turn the temperature down on the Bianca. That would be a good idea. All right, maybe we'll do that. Okay, so I brought the temperature down to 87. I know that everything's hot by now, and you know, who knows what kind of difference that's gonna make, but it is what it is. I'm gonna have to roll with this. Okay, so we're gonna weigh it in the portafilter. So this is totally dry. Sometimes there's condensation and I dry it, but lately there hasn't been any. It's really dry. Okay, so let's tare this. Oh, another thing that happened is, you know, for you guys, this video happened a few weeks ago. For me, it was just this past weekend. You know, the one with the laws of physics breaking down in my kitchen and this thing turning off like without touching it. And I got some responses, some messages saying that that's perfectly normal. Although I have a bunch of these devices and only this button, this one doesn't do it, none of the other buttons do it, only this button does that. But yeah, people say that it's normal. So what I'm thinking is that this type of sensor is kind of like a proximity sensor, and somehow the sensitivity is adjusted differently on this button. I don't know. That's what I'm going with right now, but I do want to look up more information into that just because I'm a science geek and I like to know these things. So, but whatever, it makes no difference to our coffee making. Okay, got it nice and flat in there now. Let's see if we got our 18. Wow, we lost a whole entire gram? What in the world is the dual? I mean, okay, more messy, more noisy, wobbles around, I can't taste a difference, and worse retention. Like, unbelievable. Okay, bellows time. Give me a second. Yeah, so far, man, I you know, I don't want to like butter things up for you guys to make it sound like, you know, because like really, like if you have a zero, should you get a dual? No, don't, unless you want it for the look and the setup and just to have your flat burst and your end game, whatever. Okay, like me, like what I did, perhaps, but like I don't see any other advantages here. Let me make sure this doesn't time out on me again. Okay. Okay, wow, getting a whole entire gram out? I don't know, maybe the... Oh boy, the laws of physics breaking down again. There's a little bit here. I don't think this is gonna be a gram. Not actually a gram, it's 0.9 that we're missing. Well, we're still missing. We're missing like half a gram still. Half a gram of coffee. I don't know if it's... I'm rolling with this, I don't care. I'm not grinding any more beans, I'm not doing anything. We're gonna roll with this and we're gonna hope for the best. Life must continue. Oh boy. Pasado! Okay, where's Pasado? Here we go. Yes, and I'm not blind shaking, guys. I'm not blind shaking. That's not for me. I don't even believe in it. Here's the thing about the blind shaking. I'm not sure if I still explain my point correctly. You know, sometimes I make these videos. Let me make sure my focus is locked. Let me see. Oh my God. Okay, that should be perfect there. That should be, you know, let me bring you guys closer. Okay, now I have you guys closer there. It's locked. Okay, but back to my whole thing about the blind shaker. This is what I think, okay? I'm not saying that the blind shaker, maybe it doesn't work. Maybe it does. But for most people, after you do all your blind shaking, okay, like a madman, and you dump it into your portafilter, chances are it's not gonna land perfect. It's gonna land like whatever. So at that point, then you have to do WDT anyway. So what's the point of the blind shaking? I don't get it. You know, if you do your little bell thing and it lands perfect, okay, maybe in that case, if it landed perfect every time, okay, why not? If you like blind shaking, go for it. But that's not what's gonna happen. It's not gonna land fine. It's gonna land like whatever, okay? That's what happens when things land. They just land like whatever, okay? Usually. I mean, unless you're SpaceX and your freaking blind shaker is made by Elon Musk, maybe it'll land properly, but other than that, look, it's probably not gonna land properly. It's gonna land like whatever. And then you have to do WDT. I think, does that get my point across? I don't know. I keep explaining this thing in different ways. And besides the blind shaking, even if it worked, I hate doing it. So I wouldn't do it, but I could see people doing it. But yeah, I'm not doing it. I don't like it. Oh man, I'm going on a rant. Okay, I think the density of coffee is even everywhere. We should have even density. We didn't have any clumps, okay? You don't get clumps from this machine. You don't get clumps from the Duo. You don't get clumps from the Zero. At least in my experience, you just don't get clumps. So you don't have to worry about like clumpy coffee that you have to break down with your needles. So, but the distribution of the coffee, that's what I'm more worried about. So now when I come in and temp, this is going to compact the puck and everything's gonna be nice and even everywhere. That's the theory, right? That's what we're trying to achieve here. So that when the water comes, I wanna talk about something else now. I'll tell you guys in a second. Okay, let's see how even. Yeah, with this one, I always do a good job. I don't struggle with that temper, I like it. The Pasado one with a little beveled edge, that's the one that gives me the problem. So look at our puck prep, this is beautiful, it's perfect. Yeah, it's nice and even. Okay, we throw the puck screen. Let me lock it in. I wanted to tell you guys one other thing, but it just slipped my mind and we're just gonna pull the shot because I can't remember. I can't remember what other point I wanted to make in regards to all this whole thing. But anyway, let's pull the shot and let's see what we get. Let's see if we can manage our layer shot. Okay, so I believe I have all the cameras running. We have the paddle set at 5 o'clock and let's get, today we're gonna use the Akaya, back on the Akaya. Okay, yeah, that scales even so much faster. When you turn it on, it's just like ready to go. Okay, so we're gonna pull a shot and see what happens here. Again, I use that automatic espresso function. It tears by itself. As soon as it senses the drips, it'll start timing and weighing the shot for you. And as soon as you stop it, it'll stop timing and then you get all your parameters there. And it's kind of automated for you, automatic. So all you have to concentrate is on your pressure profiling and starting and stopping the machine and things like that. You don't have to think about the scale after that. So, okay, I think we're ready here. Let's go for it. See what happens. So we lowered the temperature. Again, 30 seconds. As soon as we build pressure. Okay, here it comes. I'm gonna level it off around a 2.5 bar. And just keep it there. We might get a few drips. Yeah, it's starting to drip. Okay, so we are at 30 seconds. So we're gonna ramp up for another 30 seconds. We're gonna take it to 9 bars. Okay, that was a nice ramp up, nice and slow. And I do a 1 to 2.5, so that means 18 in, 45 out. Okay, 40, we're getting there. Okay, so we finished at 45.2 and 72 seconds overall. I wanted to be at 60, so I overshot it by 12 seconds overall. Yeah, like maybe 12 seconds faster shot would have been what I was shooting for, so I kind of overshot that. So we are below 0 on the niche. Maybe we should have been at 0. Maybe at 0 we would have gotten the perfect shot, I don't know. Now, being that I lowered the temperature and who knows? Let's taste it. Again, I wish the Akaya had the little switch to just turn it off because now it's beeping and you can't turn it off. Okay, I don't see any obvious signs right now of channeling. So no, everything looks clean. I don't think we had channeling. Let me swirl it. It's already had a few seconds here to cool. All right, let me taste it. Okay, you saw how long that brewed? To me, that tastes better than the one the other day. I think you guys just have to try it. Definitely. There's no bitterness. There's no bitterness whatsoever there. It's still, as a matter of fact, it still has like a bit too much acidity. This coffee just has high acidity. Yeah, there's a lot of flavor there. You know, I wonder how that coffee would do on a 1-to-3 ratio. That's what I would do. I mean, if I was gonna pull another shot of espresso, I think that's what I would do a 1-to-3 and see what that tastes like. But yeah, this one I'm liking better than last time. The faster shot that we did last time at 6 bar, you know, the acidity was just, it was too much. This one is more balanced to me. Now that it's cooling, it's getting even better. So, okay, let's go to the other counter and let's talk about it. All right, so let's have another try of this espresso. You know, the aroma, once you brew it, is nice. These coffees, as far as the aroma, it's only funky when it's in the bag, and when you grind it, you still haven't brewed it. But once you brew it, it changes completely. Yeah, it's nice, it's fruity. You can definitely smell the strawberry. Now that it's cooled, it's even better. It just keeps improving. Yeah, no doubt about it. It's just less acidity and more sweetness. It's what happens every single time. So don't try this. You know, Carrie reached out recently and said she was gonna start trying some of these Slayer shots that I recommend. Okay, don't try it. Carrie, don't try it if the coffee is like a darker coffee, but I don't even think you drink dark coffees, so not even for milk base. So you might not have any reason to worry about that. But even if it's a medium, let's say it's a medium, like this one. This is like a true medium. If it's a medium and it has high acidity, then fine. But a medium with like no acidity, don't do it, because then it's just gonna get bitter. But when it has like medium to high acidity, the coffee like this one, wow, it definitely works. It definitely works. It gets rid of some of that acidity, brings in the sweetness, and it turns out like this, which is, to me, is better. Now, as far as like that, the flavor, like the hops that I got last time from the pour over, I'm not getting that here. More that like that, the wininess, the sangria, like the other one. You know, that fruitiness, winey, like sangria kind of tasting. Definitely the strawberry. You know, that there's no hiding that. But the acidity is way more under control. To me, it's a more enjoyable shot, sweeter and smoother and more balanced. So yeah, that's what I get from that. All right, you know, something else I wanted to report back on was that I've had a gentleman reached out about adding chapters to the videos. I didn't even like know what the chapters, I mean, I know what chapters on a book are, and on a video it's exactly the same thing. You add the chapters and then it jumps you to different places in the video. And you know, it sounds like a great idea, especially since my videos are so long, but you know, it just adds more work. And guys, I gotta keep this manageable. Let's call it manageable. I have to keep this in a manner that I can enjoy it, okay? And if it just becomes more and more work, I mean, right now, like to edit hour-long videos is difficult, okay? And somebody else said that I should try condensing the videos, but just as many people as I get saying to condense the videos, I get more people saying, oh man, I'm so glad you stuck with these longer videos. I love the long videos. So what are you gonna do, right? So I think, you know, just what I've been doing. I'm dealing with this whole YouTube thing in a way that I'm enjoying it. In a way that I do it just because I enjoy it. I like sharing with you guys, getting to know you guys. That's what I like most about it. the engagement we have below in the comments, and you know, getting to know you guys. This is just the funnest part about it. I don't mind recording my brew sessions, but you know, they can't all be hour-long videos. So, but I've known that for a while. I have to include some shorter videos. Like this one's gonna end up being shorter. This video might be only like 30 minutes or 35 minutes, something like that is what I'm thinking right now. Because I can't do like always hour-long videos because they just take too long to finish. And you know, I kind of keep an eye on that buffer that I like to keep as far as how many videos I have in the pipeline ready. And if I see that the buffer is getting lower and lower, I have to make some shorter videos. For, you know, a few videos will be like 30 minutes, and it'll allow me to edit more and kind of catch up. And then once I build that back up, then I can maybe do some more longer ones and kind of deal with it like that. Like today, I thought about reviewing the coffee from London, but on that's gonna be a more elaborate video. It's gonna take me long to edit and long to record, and I don't always have that kind of time. So I wish I did. Maybe one day, maybe we can live off YouTube. I doubt that, but our channel has grown so slowly. But you know, I really appreciate you guys. You guys that keep coming back every Sunday to hang out with me here and spend some time. It's really remarkable. I don't know how you guys do it. All right, sad to see you go, buddy. Little bit more. Yeah, acid cooled, it got even better, I have to say. Oh, something else that I wanted to mention was, I'm planning on recording a little clip. I might have done it, and I might have already included it on that video that I'm editing right now. But two things. First of all, full disclosure, I need to record me frothing milk and doing like a latte art to include at the end of another video. I did make that day I did make a cappuccino, and I put it together and I did all of that, but the video was horrible. I can't use it. I kind of blocked it with my body. It kind of blocked the shot. I didn't get anything. So I have to re-record that, and kind of like, it's like movie magic, but full disclosure, I tell you guys everything. Okay, I'm gonna have to re-record that and include it. By now you guys already saw that. And then something else I wanna include in a video that I'm editing right now and finishing. I need to include an extra little clip as to the video when I reviewed Nick's coffee, the 2 coffees that he sent me from the UK. You know, when I tried that coffee, the geisha coffee that he sent me, I don't think I was emphatic enough as to how good that coffee was. That coffee is excellent. Can it beat the Good Brothers? You know, I don't think so, because it's just so different. The Good Brothers just gives you that extra edge because of the processing. But I think what I'm gonna do this year is kind of give you guys my take on the cleanest coffee, the best, cleanest coffee that I had. So that'll be like a different award, right? We have like the overall winner, but then we have the cleanest, the best, cleanest coffee that I had for the year. And you know, I think Nick's coffee can do that. That geisha, wow, spectacular. I froze it right away. As soon as I finished the video and I thought about it, I was like, wow, this was excellent. I was not emphatic enough saying how good this coffee was. So yeah, that coffee is excellent. I froze it, and I'm planning to include a clip on another video that by now you must have seen if I did it. I don't know if I'm gonna record that extra clip, but I wanna add another little clip there that will say pretty much the same things I'm saying right now, that I froze the coffee, that it was excellent, that I wasn't emphatic enough. Definitely great coffee. And you know, when I guessed, you know, guys, seriously, I mean, that was a drop the mic moment for me. Like, I was able to, like, you know, I had that geisha coffee like a year ago, and I remember the taste profile of that coffee so well that I said that I couldn't believe it. That to me was like a drop the mic moment. I was like, I cannot drop the grinder moment. I can't believe that I still like recognize the flavor here, and I was able to recognize it as a geisha. And I've only had it once. I only had it once, like a year ago. I don't mean it. Only one brew. I brewed it several times, but only one bag. Okay, I've only had that coffee, one bag of that coffee. And wow, this one is You know, that's the only one I could compare it to. I said, the only one I could think of that was just like this is the geisha. And sure enough, great coffee. Thank you again, Nick. Again, a drop the mic moment for me. I can't believe I got that. But it shows that I'm getting better and better at this. My taste buds are developing to the point that, maybe one day I can taste the difference in grinders. Maybe a lot of you guys can. But where I'm at right now, I cannot. Right now, I can taste the difference in coffees for sure, but grinders, pretty roughly the same, especially when it comes to espresso, because the process is so dynamic. The way the water flows through the puck is gonna be different every time, no matter what you do. Even if you use the same temperature, the same grind size, the same grinder, the same everything, it's gonna taste a little different every time because there's just so many variables, okay? So I think that when you're trying to find the difference in grinders, it's very difficult unless you do 10 shots on both grinders and you're not the one pulling the shots. Somebody's giving you these 2 shots and you're tasting them. And if you get it right every single time, then you can taste the difference. If you get 6 out of 10 right, that's like a 50-50, that's like it's very difficult to do that kind of taste test. Very, very difficult. But anyway, we'll see. We'll play around with that some more on another day. And I'm gonna stop blabbing here or the video is gonna get super long. Well, I'll give you more of my thoughts another moment, but I wanna keep this one a little bit shorter. Thank you guys for spending the time with me. I appreciate it greatly. I love my little coffee family here on YouTube. Please leave me a comment. Please remember to give the video a like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Maybe one day we can do the lives. Thank you for hanging out with me, and I'll see you guys next Sunday.